Hey y'all, Monk Joseph with the Broken Buddha. I want to talk about Kung Fu Kia or Chi release. Kia is obviously a Japanese phrase for releasing Chi via vocal expression, but it's quite different in Kung Fu, and I'm going to just jump right into it. So you don't really typically you should be breathing out of out of your nose and or with a lightly open mouth, and setting the breath and blood pressure down to stimulate the girdle vessel as you're making the noise, which is what makes it so different. And some people send the chi down and do the expanding the dantian on the out breath. Some people compress like a tube of toothpaste. We're not talking about that. So we'll just start right with it. Obviously, you see in a lot of like kung fu tournaments or movies, there's nothing wrong with stimulating your pericardium via a ha, because that's what you're doing when you say ha. But so I mean, everybody's familiar with like the ha style of kung fu kia or karate kia, but there's way more to it if you're getting to like the internal aspects of things. And again, that's just stimulating it's stimulating the chi in your pericardium to help you get more chi projection out of your strike, right? In Baji Chuan, you do it differently. You're doing a reverse breath and doing the expansion of the lower dantian as you do like a grunt. So when you're doing Baji Chuan, it's and if you should be doing it every time you impact, and you can still do it without that, but at that point you're just doing something external. So when you're doing your Baji Chuan, is what you get. Um, in And like I said, typically you're just going to breathe out your nose. So it's more like when you're actually fighting, you're doing just breath, just getting the air out and trying to get the bioelectric function to maximize out of your limb without the stimulation internally. Pardon me. Now, recently I started doing the old frame, Yang Luchan's old frame form with the WTBA. And when you throw the first Beijing, you do there's a slight vocal. Now, Eli, I hope you don't kill me for this. When whatever. When he does his, it's something similar. The only thing I can think of is it reminds me of how there's a cartoon character that does like that. So when he does his, he goes like he has like a very specific style of expression. So you're doing the gosh, I'm gonna mess this up terribly because I'm not an expert, but he does something more like that. Whereas I learned earlier in the curriculum from his father's work that you're supposed to say pa. At least that's what his father wanted to do. I'm not correcting anybody or saying one is better than the other, but I like this one because I learned when you say pa and you send the chi downward and expand the lower dantian to get a stimulation out of your girdle vessel, it sounds like ba. And I'll try to over articulate it so you see what I mean. But I'll just go ahead and do it. So, you're doing this, the part of the sequence where you're here, boom! And it's very unique. And I'm not saying ba, I'm saying pa. And I'll do it a couple more times so you can see. I'm saying pa, but I'm sending it down and compressing while pushing. And what comes out is ba. So I'm saying pa, sending down, it comes out as ba. So I mean, if I'm doing it, boom! Like that was me just pa, and where it's coming out is something different. So those are the three kung fu kias or chi expressions as I know them. And of course the loud ha for the stimulation off the pericardium. But I just think it's interesting because I don't think a lot of people ever know that. All you see is like the karate ones, ha ha ha, and it's cool and it's functional. But there's other ways, and I just really wanted to put that out there. There is a kung fu way to do these things. But yeah, I very much enjoyed that. And also, when you do it with the pa, you get this very interesting internal sensation that like rattles through your body and your limbs as you're expressing this. And it's just wild, man. It's really cool stuff. So that's all I got for you on the Kung Fu Kia and or Chi expressions, however you want to say it or look at it. I hope you enjoyed the information, and thank you for stopping by. Peace and blessings. Practice at your own pace.